Hey everybody, Ray here. Welcome to It's All About the Cocktail. So I have a slew of Irish whiskeys that I want to review in my back cabinet. And one of the ones that I want to start out with is Paddy's. Now, Paddy's is an old Irish whiskey, was named after their salesman, Patrick J. O'Flaherty. Now, he was a great whiskey salesman. He used to go to different towns and he would buy people drinks. What do you say we pour a shot while I'm telling you about this? I'm not going to go into too much in the history of this, but he used to buy people different rounds, introduce his whiskey to them. I mean, and he was quite a personality, and everybody used to love the guy. There was talk of, we used to tell towns ahead of time he was coming tomorrow, and they would, oh, Paddy's going. Paddy was his nickname. Now Paddy can be a slang term for an Irish person, sometimes good, sometimes bad, but I don't seem to mind it. But Patrick J. O'Flaherty was his name, and he was such a good salesman that everybody was asking about it. So they want Paddy's whiskey, Paddy's whiskey. So in 1913, they bought his name and they decided they were going to name it after him. That's how good of a salesman he was. They're going to name the whiskey after him. Then they had dropped the O. I mean, it's Patrick O'Flaherty, but even says in there Paddy Flaherty, because they dropped the O. Now, me being an O'Brien, sometimes I get kind of crazy about that sometimes. And somebody even forgets my apostrophe. That damn thing should be in there. But back then, Irish, were kind of not looked upon disparagingly there. There was not, a lot of times people wanted to drop that O, so you weren't obvious they were Irish, but I happen to like that. So I like the idea that people know that I'm Irish right away by my name. Now, I'm an Irish American, or an American Irish. I was going to wear a shirt that got a little Irish flag and a little American flag in there. But it's cotton and it's too short and I'm getting too fat and it'd be too tight on me. So this is good. So anyways, neat in a shot like this. It's got a good, kind of an oily mouthfeel to it, but it's got hints of like cereal, honey, almost like a butterscotch taste to it. It's kind of nice like this, Now, it's not an expensive whiskey. I mean, between 20 and 25 bucks. I've even heard people get it. I mean, I've seen people online saying they're getting it for 17. Well, you know what? That's probably a few years old. But between 20 and 25 bucks. And they have since changed the label. Okay, now the label, I bought this bottle, like I said, this bottle was in my cabinet. I bought this bottle a while ago, and it's been sitting there. They have since changed the label. Now it's got a picture of Ireland and the 4 provinces with different color codes to it. I've even seen bottles where they call it Paddy. Like I said, it's a good, I don't want to say budget whiskey, but it's kind of on the inexpensive side. And I mean, quite enjoyable like this. Hey, Ray here. Thanks for waiting for me. I got me a glass out of my freezer. Hope it's not sacrilege, a Jameson glass. It's okay. Check it out, Meanie, another ice ball. Okay, so a few things I wanted to mention also. I mean, this has been available in the U.S. since like 2012. I mean, the company itself has been around since like 1779 over in Ireland. Recently, it's been distilled by the Middleton Distillery, which distills a lot of the great Irish whiskeys, on behalf of the Sazerac Company, which bought into it in 2016. Sazerac is a U.S. company. Makes a few of the whiskeys, like I think Buffalo Trace, one of them. But let's try this on the ice ball, see how it goes. Just barely covering the ice ball. Okay. Also, I want to tell you that back in when they first started, they had this weird, goofy name. I mean, I gotta get this straight, so I want to check out my notes again. Their old name was the Cork Distilling Company, Map of Ireland, Old Irish Whiskey. It doesn't really run off your tongue, does it? I can see why they changed it. As of 2016, it's like the 4th top selling whiskey around the globe. So it is a blended whiskey. It's a few different blends. I mean, it's a pot still, malt, and grain whiskey. Malt is kind of very malt forward. I mean, people think Irish whiskey, all Irish whiskey is triple distilled. Some are not, but most are, and this happens to be. I mean, they don't distill one time, they distill 3 separate times. So you get a lot of the harshness, a lot of the bitterness out of there. Another easy drink I want to show you that Paddy is good for is the mixers. I'm just going to show you an easy 3-ingredient drink called an Irish Buck. An Irish Buck is nothing more than your Irish whiskey, a little bit of lime, and some ginger ale. Okay, let's begin. Put in 1.5 parts of your Paddy's Irish Whiskey in there. Add that to your shaker, which I've already saved time and put ice in there. Then we're just going to put 1/4 ounce of our lime in there, which I've already ran under the faucet and rolled. Save time. No sense to have you watch that. Okay, then we're just going to put 1/4 ounce of that in there. We could be precise measured out, but not really necessary in this way. Same thing with the ginger ale, okay? 2 ounces of ginger ale. Then we're just going to give that a shake real quick. This is so easy. Okay. Then we're still going to grab a glass out of our chiller. And we're not going to bother with the fresh ice. We're just going to pour the same old, what they call a dirty dump. Nice, come right up to the top. Check that out, man. Right up to the top. Okay. And then I like to throw my spent lime wedge in there. And then give that a whirl. Oh, you get the lime. You get the Irish whiskey. That's an Irish Buck. Very simple. Irish whiskey, lime, and some ginger ale. Duh. So, tell me if you like Irish Bucks and get back to me. What do you think, Colin boy? What do you think?